by Richards. Okay, so platforms. A lot of people don't know that. And so it says that 72% of B2C use Facebook ads and 67 B2B. So it's both very high numbers, and that's followed by LinkedIn at, I think, what is it, 38% is LinkedIn. So marketers who are out there all the time are using Facebook more than any other platform. So that's why Facebook ads. Okay, here we are. What is a boosted post? I want to stop for just a second. I know I'm not going to ask for questions, but can you guys type in the chat yes or no if you've ever boosted a post? And I'll keep going on, and then at some point Dee can let me know. So a boosted post you do from your Facebook page. Your Facebook page is different than your personal profile. Your Facebook page is facebook.com/whatever your business name is. So that's your Facebook page. Now I have a screenshot here of my Facebook page, and you see it's facebook.com/Stacy & Co. All right, left-hand side of the screen here, there's Ad Center and Create Ads. If you were to click on Create Ads, like, oh, I wonder what this is, I should try. This is the screen that you're going to get. Okay, create ad, and it says automatic. Let Facebook select the most relevant goal based on your settings. So it's defaulted to that. Now, if you don't know anything and you're just playing around and thinking, oh, I should give it a try. And this is where my intention of trying to make sure that everyone is informed enough to know what they're doing when that happens. So it's defaulting to automatic, do what Facebook says. And you would think, well, obviously they know best, right? Facebook knows what I should be doing. And the answer is no, they don't. And if you were to go ahead and get 10 marketers in a room right now, they would tell you, 7 of them would probably say, yeah, don't do what they say or whatever. And that's, yeah. So it's defaulting to automatic, right? So you're saying, oh, okay. And then I'm going to show you this next slide is the same screen as the default. So you've clicked once on Create Ad, and this is the other half of that screen. So you've done one click, all right? And look, they've already defaulted to do what they suggest, automatic. And they've defaulted to this, whatever this is, right? Advantage Creative. Okay, well, that must be good. I don't know what this is. Well, they've got my budget. They've got me spending $35. All right. So basically, one click, create ad, and look at this big, giant, big, blue, beautiful button. I don't know if you can see it or if there. Promote now. So I've done one click, and I just gave Facebook permission to spend $35. Now, do I know what's happening? Where's that going? What is that doing? What can I expect? And from the people that I talk to, I'll tell you what they expect. They expect to get some business. They expect to get some sales, and they should, right? I mean, you kind of, I don't want to say you've been bullied into this. You weren't bullied into it, but you were kind of drug along this process of, hey, try this. Because a lot of times you'll also, if organically you do something on your Facebook business page, you post something, a reel, a post, and you get a lot of engagement, you might get a pop-up from Facebook. Hey, this did really well. Do you want to just, maybe if you throw $21 at it, more people will see it? That's an easy yes, right? Oh, you feel so good. Wow, look at all this engagement. Facebook thinks it's good. Yes, I'm going to do that too. So this is where I get kind of passionate, because I kind of feel like Facebook is leading people down a path that maybe they're not informed enough to be going on. Like, I'm being a little Mother Henley, but because I get the people after, and then I have to sell people on, no, really, Facebook ads are good. So now let's say you know enough to know, I don't want Facebook to decide for me. They defaulted to the let Facebook decide. I'm going to click the button that says change. Let me go back to the screen and see if you guys can. Okay, right here. It defaulted to automatic, and I'm smart enough to think, but maybe that isn't the best thing. Let me see what else is out there. So this is what you'll get. You'll get automatic, which is what you already had. Get more messages. Show your ad to people who are likely to send you a message. Get more engagement. Show your ad to people who are likely to react. Get more leads. Use a form to collect contact information. Get more website visitors. Get more calls. Okay, wow, maybe I'll try one of those. Okay, but notice none of those say sales. None of those say get more sales, get people to buy your stuff. And that's what I want people to understand. So a boosted post is promoted, in my opinion, and encouraged by Facebook. It's simple, it's spontaneous, it's very budget friendly. It's kind of an easy yes. You might have false expectations of getting customers and sales, and you might end up disappointed. And what should you expect from boosted posts? Likes, comments, and visibility. That's what you're going to get. That's not bad. That's all good, right? We all want likes. We all want comments. We all want engagement. We all want more people to see us. But I have to ask, likes and comments aren't paying the bills, right? No one's buying your stuff because they liked it. And in fact, I had a timely conversation with a friend over the weekend who was telling me, yeah, I'm really never on Facebook. I go on once or twice a year. I'm on for 10, 15 minutes, liking, commenting, hey, for 10, 15 minutes, and I'm gone. So all those likes and comments and people that saw your post or your ad, that's all it is. Now, I will say it's excellent for social proof. And by social proof, if you don't know what I mean, that means you see those ads or those posts that have tons of likes and comments and smileys and happies and hearts. And that's social proof, and that looks really good to other people that might not know who you are. Wow, she's really popular. Whatever she's saying is great. I'm going to follow her. So I mean, it is good for that. And those are kind of called vanity metrics. And but they're not sales. So, and I'm going to liken boosted posts like to fast food. It's easy, it's encouraged by the company, you're getting commercials, you're getting coupons in the mail, there's one on every corner. It's quick, it's spontaneous, you've got the kids, you're starving, you're like, I'm getting those fries, I don't care, I'm getting hamburger, I know I'm not going to feel good. Maybe I'm just projecting my conversation. So it's a quick fix, it's spontaneous, it might not be the best choice for your body or your health. And ultimately, if you had a habit of doing that, you are paying more for that convenience. It might seem inexpensive because it's $9 for your whole meal, but if you add that up, you could cook at home for much less. All right. Does anyone, I want to stop for a moment and just see if anyone needs me to go over anything else about boosted posts before I go on to Ads Manager. Okay.
So there have been no questions yet, but in response to your question about how many people have tried boosting, The majority said yes. Someone said no, she's heard they're bad, and another one just said no. So the majority are yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go on to what is Ads Manager. Ads Manager is also cost effective. There's a learning curve, and it's a big one. It is effective, it's very detailed, and let's find out if it's worth it. You will find Ads Manager in the Business Suite. Now, this is different than your Facebook page, and it's confusing to a lot of people. So Meta Business Suite you find it at business.facebook.com, not facebook.com, business.facebook.com. If you don't have this yet, I think it might be rolled out to everyone by now, but Facebook has at any given time hundreds and hundreds of different variations. Yours might not look anything like mine, but for the most part, you'll have all the same elements. So if you don't have a Meta Business Suite yet, go to business.facebook.com and it should walk you through setting one up. And once you're there, on the left-hand side of the menu, there is All Tools right there. You would click on All Tools, and then you would go to Ads Manager. I didn't want to take another slide. So when you get to Ads Manager and you want to create a new ad, a new campaign, look at the objectives you get and check it out. Look, sales, that's one of them. And if that's your goal, that's what you need. You need that right there. So if your goal for ads is sales, then you need to be in Ads Manager. So you have your sales objective. It's good for conversions, catalog sales, Messenger, Instagram, calls. Let's see. All right. So I have a little walkthrough of what it looks like. You can set up tracking. So you set up your events, which is like opting in or adding to cart. Your budget is very flexible. Your schedule is very flexible. You can have custom audiences that you create. You can save your audiences. You can create what's called a lookalike audience. And excuse me, your targeting is much more detailed. You can really try and get into the space of your ideal client. And you see the Instagram back there. And all you have to do is click on that. There's templates. If you see one you like, you can actually save it. So every time you go back in, it's there. And the part that's really fantastic is here's how all the different creatives you can create. So you can see it's much more robust than the one screen saying, let us choose for you. And let's show you what the reporting looks like. And the reporting is the magic, because as you'll find out if you get into ads, it's all about testing. And testing doesn't mean anything if you don't track and you don't pay attention to what is working and what's not. So next time around, you can make some changes. And so ultimately, at the end of your campaign, after you've done your initial testing, everything's dialed in enough to start getting you really great results. Now look at this reporting, how robust it is. You can get metrics for so many different things. How, I want to track people that watch my whole video. I want to track people that watch just 25% of my video. You could put that in there. How much is it costing me per 1,000 impressions? So the reporting is fantastic. And I know the reporting can be intimidating also for people, but it's worth it if it's something that you want to dive into. Okay, so an ads manager campaign is robust. It's more focused targeting. It's very customized. The reporting is fantastic for increased success going on moving forward. It is complicated, but strategic. You still can have a flexible budget. And just like boosted ads, you still will have, if you're not aware and you don't have the strategy figured out, you might have false expectations of getting customers and sales, and you might end up disappointed. So it's really important to to know your goal, to know your budget, to know what your objective is, meaning, do you want sales or do you have a brick and mortar and you just need foot traffic? All of those things can be completely customized for your campaign. Do you want to track people? And I know after the Apple iOS 14 update, there's not a lot of tracking. And globally, it's different than it is in the US. I don't know what it's like in New Zealand, but in the US, there's still a lot that is acceptable. I know you're in the EU, they've got a lot more restrictions than we do. So, but you can set up, targeting everybody that's visited my website in the last 180 days. That's amazing, right? So in order to do that, you've probably heard of a Facebook pixel, or now it's called the Meta Pixel. And in order to be tracking website visitors or landing page visitors, you do need to have your Meta Pixel installed on your website. And I always recommend that it's done right away, even if you don't think you ever want to run ads. I never want to run ads. I don't need a pixel. Well, never say never. You might change your mind, and then it starts tracking right away. So let's say in 5 months, you already installed your pixel, and in 5 months, you want to run ads, you have that audience already built up. So I always recommend the Facebook pixel. And if that is overwhelming or confusing or tech, a pixel is just a code. It's just code, and you copy it and it goes on your website. And I do have a freebie. If afterwards, if you go to my website, I do have a pixel guide that can walk you right through it. So no worries, easy peasy. All right. What can you expect from ads if you do a campaign in Ads Manager? And again, if it's done strategically, you can expect opt-ins, messages, leads, sales, webinar registrations, successful launches, traffic to your website, your store, your blog, your app. So done strategically, you can expect all of these things, because you can keep narrowing it down and testing until you get the sweet spot. Okay, so Ads Manager is like cooking at home. You need more skill. It's not promoted. You're not watching TV and seeing ads saying, everyone should be planning their meals on Sunday. It's good for you. You're going to save money. You're not going to get that encouragement necessarily. You might get it from your family. So it's not promoted. It's not in your face. So you kind of have to think more about it. It takes time and planning. And the good things are you can customize it, right? You can customize it for yourself and the best health benefits for cooking. So you have high blood pressure, I can't have sodium, I can't have, too much fat, I can't have all of this stuff. So you can plan your menu and get it exactly what you need to. And not only that, not only are you going to maintain your health and not get, worse, you can improve over time, which is just like ads. And ultimately you're going to save money. And as long as you plan and strategize, you will save money in the long run, because you're not just throwing money at an ad that's going out there and people may or may not see it and may or may not like it, may or may not comment on it, but you won't get sales. Now, at the end, I want anybody that has got sales from boosting posts. Let's talk about it, because I do not have to die on this hill, but that is the one that I definitely know enough from enough people. So I would love to know if you've got better results. Okay, so to kind of recap and do a quick comparison, Boost Posts versus Ads Manager. So on the left, it's simple, it's for beginners, there's limited targeting, you have a smaller audience, there's a few objectives, limited budgeting options, limited scheduling options, and you'll get basic reporting. But yeah, you'll get basic reporting, but it's not that robust because nothing's really happening other than views and likes and comments. You'll know how much those cost. You'll get a report about that. And then Ads Manager, it's advanced, detailed targeting, large audience, custom large audience, many objectives to choose from, robust budgeting options, robust scheduling options, and really detailed metrics. And it's designed for marketers that are seeking more control and that are really serious about their advertising on Facebook. So let's talk about what you need, how your business can prepare before you should spend money on ads. And I even have a freebie on my website about this too, because I'm really passionate about people wasting money on Facebook ads without a plan and without being ready. And I have taken on clients when I was brand new, taken on clients, so excited, yay, I'll do your ads for you. Not really skilled enough to know these people aren't ready. They're not ready. And so we did all of the things and got everything set up. And, it doesn't always work because there's a lot of things that aren't in place. You have to have an offer, right? So I'm getting off track. Brand awareness. I am saying to boost a post, those of you that have done it, you just need your business page. It's helpful if you know your ideal client, at least if they're male, female, or both, and their age. You need to have a little money. Sometimes not really, because you're throwing $21 at it, and it's like sometimes you don't even notice that. I do, and you need to have creative assets. And assets in marketing terms are your creative, your images, your videos. So you need to have that. Now, what you need before spending ads in Ads Manager, I don't know, that's just my screen. Okay. You need a business page. I have conversions written here, but it means sales in Ads Manager. You need an ad account. So you'll get that from your Meta Business Suite at business.facebook.com, and you will set up your ad account. You need to add payment information, and they save it. And again, you need to know your ideal client. You need to have a proven offer. This one's big because a lot of times people think ads are what are gonna get people to buy my thing. Well, your thing isn't selling because it's nobody wants it. That could be why it's not selling. And so you already need to have sales. You already need to know people like it. People are commenting on it. They're saying, oh my gosh, I need that, telling all my friends about it. Right. So it could be small scale and you just want to get that in higher numbers, but you do need to have an offer. You need to have a marketing budget, which, depending on what your goal is, if your goal is sales, sales are the most expensive type of ad. But when you're figuring out how much you need to spend, it's helpful to know how much it costs to acquire a customer. So I know that there's software that people use, CRM software, that will show that information. And a lot of people, might not even know what I'm talking about. So, what and I don't like your ideal client's worth or what their worth is or something like that. I had a client was very offended when I asked her that question, or what's the value of your ideal client or something like that. And she said, all my clients are valuable. And I know, but like, how much do they spend? So you want to know that. And a lot of times when you first start doing ads, you won't know that. And so you'll budget accordingly. You'll spend less money on the front end to figure out all of that stuff. You'll pay for data, but the data is gold, so it's okay. And you'll need your creative assets again. An optimized landing page. Optimize means it works, it clicks, it lands where it's supposed to land. It's optimized for mobile, if you have customers on that platform, and an optimized funnel. And a funnel doesn't necessarily mean 20 steps. It could mean click, landing page, cart, done, but it needs to be working. And pixel installed if you're sending people off of Facebook. And then you need to have some knowledge of Facebook Ads Manager, or hire an ads manager. And realistic expectations, which in a nutshell, realistic expectations are you can't expect anything. No, it's all about testing, which is all marketing, really. It's all about testing. So let me give you some important things that I really want you to take away from this. Facebook ads are not a quick fix. Ads can't make a broken funnel or a bad offer into a gold mine. So this isn't the answer if there's other things not working in your business. Facebook performance fluctuates daily and sometimes hourly. It is a auction-based platform, meaning not the best man wins or the person with the most money. It doesn't mean that. It just means you go into an auction and you go up against other people, and if they're not in your niche and they don't have your same objective and they don't have your same audience, then they're not really part of it, right? And they're, we all hear about the algorithm, right? And nobody will be able to crack it, but different things affect your ad performance. And a lot of it is time of year. Your ads are going to be a lot more expensive, right? Probably starting in 30 days for Black Friday, during the holidays, during election years, depending on what's going on in our economy and our global climate. And I don't mean like global warming climate. I mean, social climate, what's happening. COVID changed, we all know COVID changed the world, right? The world of business. So many of us are now on Zoom all the time where we did face to face. So it changes all the time. And this one's big. This one's one of my biggest ones. Don't work with an ads manager that guarantees you results. Do not. That's a red flag. Nobody out there that knows what they're doing will guarantee results to you. So if you know someone that will guarantee results, make sure you get it in writing. Make sure you completely trust that if you don't get what they say you're going to get, they will give you your money back. I've had people say to me, well, oh yeah, I want to work with you, but you need to tell me that I'm going to get at least 100 people registering for my webinar. I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you that. And please don't work with anyone that will. I could get you 100 people registered for your webinar if the sky's the limit, if you want to spend money until that happens, but nobody wants to do that. They want a guarantee for this price, and nobody can do that. So please don't do that. And don't compare apples to oranges. Somebody that's saying, oh, I'm getting leads for $1, you should try it. Well, they might be in a completely different business than you. They might have a completely different audience. They have a different objective. They don't have the same, I mean, that's not apples to apples. So, and again, it's all about testing, 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 testing. Your niche matters. Certain industries are more costly to advertise than others. And there's some exclusions too, and there's some special categories. For example, real estate, that's a special category. Politics, that's a special category. So that all depends as well. And then it's a long game. It's a long strategy game. And you could, if you're having a launch, and you want to run ads for a launch, you're launching in November, don't reach out to an ads person 2 weeks before and say, okay, my launch is in 2 weeks, because it takes a really long time. You're going to have to exchange your assets and all of the things and get everything set up, and your ads manager and your audiences and all kinds of factors go into it. And ads take 7 days to optimize, which means we recommend that you don't make any changes for 7 days, because you don't really have true results. So you put your ad up and then try not to look at it all the time. I know that's hard, but you put your ad up and you say, okay, Facebook's working its magic. It's sending it to all the people that are going to do what I want them to do. And in 5 days, have a look. And in 7 days, if you look at your numbers and nothing's working, that's when you're going to have kind of a look at your metrics. So it's a long game, but it could be very, very